All right, everybody. I want to lay out my bold America First / Maine First platform to take back our state from the swamp. For too long, Susan Collins has sat in Washington, cozying up to the DC elites, voting for the globalist agendas and leaving Maine behind. I'm here to say enough is enough. Maine's hardworking families, farmers, and small businesses deserve a fighter who puts you first, not illegal immigrants, gender ideology, or useless windmills. My platform is big, bold, and 100% focused on bringing money, jobs, and pride back to the Pine Tree State. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is how we'll do it. Number 1, bring the money back to Maine. Your tax dollars stay here. Washington's been bleeding us dry, sending our hard-earned tax dollars to fund pet projects for coastal elites and foreign countries. Not anymore. As your senator, I'll fight tooth and nail to claw back every federal dollar Maine deserves. 1. Infrastructure, roads, bridges, and ports, paid for by Uncle Sam, not Mainers' wallets. 2. Redirecting funds from woke nonsense and green new scams into programs that keep our kids here and rebuild our industries. And lastly, making Maine an economic powerhouse again. We have the ability to do it. We have the resources to do it. It can be done if the initiative and the fight is there. Next up, Maine first, always. No more handouts to illegals. Susan Collins and her Democrat pals love coddling illegal immigrants while Maine families struggle to pay their heating bills. I say no more. No protections, no provisions, no pennies for illegals. Maine's money belongs to our veterans, our seniors, and our workers. Maine first means Mainers first. Every time, no exceptions. Next, end the gender ideology insanity. Protect our kids and values. The radical left wants to shove pronouns, drag queen story hours, and bathroom confusion down our throats. Not in Maine. I'll rip out every federal protection and provision for this gender ideology garbage. Schools should teach reading, writing, and arithmetic, not indoctrinate our kids with woke nonsense. Parents, not bureaucrats, decide what's best for Maine's children. I'll stand with President Trump to keep boys out of girls' sports and locker rooms. Common sense, Maine values, done. Need I say more? Next up, scrap the green scams. No more windmills and solar junk. Environmental extremists have turned Maine into their playground, plastering our beautiful landscapes with ugly wind turbines and solar panels that don't even work half the time. These scams jack up our energy bills and kill jobs. They do nothing for Mainers except make Susan Collins' eco-friends rich. And herself. I'll kill every federal environmental initiative foisting wind and solar on us. Next, let's bring back real energy. Affordable, reliable, and American-made. No more freezing in the dark to appease the climate cult. And while we're at it, why do we need lumber from Canada exactly? Do we not have our own? Believe me, I'll address it. Next up, Doge. Draining the swamp in Maine, one wasteful penny at a time. I'll be taking a page from President Trump's playbook and establishing Doge, Department of Government Efficiency offices at the state and county levels right here in Maine. These watchdogs, independent of local corruption, will sniff out waste, fraud, and abuse in every corner of our government, federal, state, and local. Bloated bureaucracies? Gone. Every dollar we save goes back to you. Lower taxes, better roads, stronger schools. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Maine's government will work for the people again, not the other way around. Next up, and this is very important and hits close to home, watchdogs for the people. Report abuse directly to me and my offices, and you will have protections. Meaning, Maine has been plagued by corruption, strong-arming, and illegal activities while the people's voices are silenced. That ends now. I'll create a watchdog group based out of my state Senate offices across the state. Mainers can report abuse, corruption, and illegal activities directly to us, and we will investigate everything. Whistleblowers will be protected, given respect, autonomy, and shielded from retaliation. Imagine that. I'll establish a direct line to the FBI, now under Director Kash Patel, ensuring every report is investigated swiftly. No more corruption while Mainers suffer. Next up, you've heard this before, but I'll put it in writing, legal tender, and shared with the world so you can see. 2 terms and done. Service, not a career. Unlike Susan Collins, who's been clinging to power since the 90s, I'm not here to get comfy in Washington, D.C. I pledge to serve no more than 2 terms, 12 years max. My focus, making Maine the envy of the nation, then coming home. No career politician nonsense, just a Mainer getting the job done and getting out. You have my word, you'll have it in writing, and I make that promise to you. Next up, jobs, farms, and homesteads. Maine's backbone thrives again. Maine is losing its soul because our kids can't find work and our farms are dying under taxes and regulations. How do we change this? Federal funded job training for real careers, logging, fishing, manufacturing. Next up, protecting our farms and homesteads with tax cuts and red tape slashing. Next, no more government strangling our rural way of life. Imagine if the Fed got out of our way and instead empowered us to live the lives we desire, provide for our families, protect our heritage, protect our families, and protect the future of our children. Wouldn't that be a Maine that you want to live in? Next up, slash energy cost. Stop killing Mainers with high bills. Skyrocketing energy costs are murdering Maine's families, especially our seniors. I'll relentlessly pressure Augusta and Washington to ditch the green gimmicks and cut unnecessary energy regulations. Affordable heat, lights, and gas are non-negotiable. Bottom line. I'll fight for energy policies that put Mainers first. Next. And something, again, I've touched on this before, and it's important to me. Keep our kids in Maine. Build an economic powerhouse. Why do our brightest leave for Boston and New York? Because Susan Collins lets Maine's economy rot. How will we fix this? How can we turn this around? Honestly, it's short, sweet, and to the point. Federal funded programs for high-paying jobs, shipbuilding, tech manufacturing, and resource industries, turning Maine into an economic juggernaut. Our kids will stay, thrive, and raise their families right here. Imagine if your children, your grandchildren, were incentivized to actually stay in the state in which they love and call home, and where their families have spent generations building a life. Imagine if they were there and incentivized to actually keep it going instead of having to leave Maine. Let people come here for work. Next up, cut taxes. Reduce the burden and let Mainers keep their money. Washington and Augusta love taxing us to death while wasting it on diversity consultants and windmill subsidies. How will I fix it? I'll slash federal taxes and fight for state relief. Every dollar you keep is a dollar you can invest in your family, your farm, or your business. Less government, more freedom. That's President Trump's way, and that's my way. And I will back, support, and defend any bill and or create legislation myself. And if there's any willing partners in the Senate that believe these tenets, we will work together to provide these protections and these guarantees, wage the war, and win this fight for the people of Maine and ultimately the country. Next, something else that's I feel needed to be included because it's thriving, it's real, and yes, it's a little partial to me. Protect independent journalism and new media. As senator, I would draft legislation to ensure independent journalists and new media outlets receive the same legal protections currently afforded to the mainstream and corporate media. Defend truth tellers who courageously report where the propagandized, corporate-controlled press refuses to go. Reclaim the people's voice by supporting platforms and individuals that serve the public interest, not political or corporate agendas. This is a critical step towards restoring truth, transparency, and accountability in our society and a safeguard for democracy. This next one, this is what I like to call a tease. Healthcare reform. With this one, there's more to come later. This issue desperately needs attention, and I plan to address it head on. Others run from it. Others turn their head. And unlike Susan Collins, I won't vote against healthcare reform that'll actually benefit not just the people of Maine, but the people of this country. Instead, I'm going to offer a well-thought-out, well-planned solution, which I will draft into legislation and push forward with many other sponsors around this great nation. More details and proposals will be revealed with the launch of our new website. Stay tuned. I've spoken with experts in this field. And believe me, I know what needs to be done. We the people know what needs to be done. And I plan to tackle that. So there you go. That's just a little glimpse into my platform. You might ask, why me? Why now? I'm Dan Smeriglio, not a polished politician. I never wanted to be a politician. I'm an activist first, but I realize that if someone doesn't step up and take bold action, then this state is finished. I'm a red-blooded Mainer, and no, I may not have been born here, but I'm proud to call Maine home, and I'm sick of seeing our state sold out. Susan Collins voted with Biden, Schumer, and the swamp for decades. She constantly sells us out. How much more are we going to be forced to take? I'm a common-sense conservative who will fight like hell for you every second of every day, bringing money back, protecting our values, and making Maine first again. Together, we can drain the swamp, kick out the nonsense, build a future we're actually proud of. We have the power. We have the right. It's time to show the establishment and show the uniparty that we, the people, are the true bosses, and we control where our future goes, not the other way around. It's time for us to make that radical change, to take that action, because our state, our futures depend on it. Understand that I am the last one that wants to be doing this, but I'm the first one that knows that I'm strong enough to weather the storm. I've seen the corruption. I've seen the evil. Anywhere I've been in this country, I've faced it head on, I've never run from it, and I'm willing to face it again. I have no desire to be in Washington, D.C. I have no desire to be in elected office, but I have the utmost desire to protect the people of this state and to fight for the people of this country. We deserve better. It's time to stop accepting that, well, this is the best we have. No more. I'm tired of it. Aren't you? We can do better if we demand better. And I won't be insulted or offended if you think I'm not the best one for that. I get it. It's fine. But I will be loud. I will be blunt. But I will always be honest with all of you. Radical transparency is what you get from me. What you see is what you get. My convictions are my own, and no lobbyist, no political entity, no PAC, and no party can or will ever control, deter, or own me. I am a servant of the people. Bottom line. That's my promise. That's my vow to all of you. You might hear people say it all the time, and it sounds a little scripted. It sounds a little coerced. That's because it is. This is me speaking to you from the heart, because my heart is in this fight, and my heart is in this battle, and I intend to fight to the end, no matter what comes against us, no matter who comes against us. I'm asking for your vote. I'm asking for your support. We can do this if you're willing to stand by my side. Let's take back our state. Let's put Maine first, and let's make Maine great again. That's all I've got. And because I've never done it before, I'm Dan Smeriglio, and I approve this message.